Hello, my name is Rebecca, and this is a tutorial on how to draw a skull. So I'll go ahead and introduce with a couple of skulls that I typically draw. So I'll start out with a circle, and I'm going to draw this one from the front, and this one from the side. So from the front, from both actually, I start out with a circle because it's something that gives you a good shape to go off of for the head, since the head is mostly a circle. So from the front, it is a line straight down, and on that line, I like to draw the jawline on next to that. Now this won't actually end up in the final skull. This is just to give us sort of a base so that we understand the shape of what we're going for. So I've done the circle, the center line, and then the jaw shape. And then from that we draw where our eyes are going to be, where our nose is going to be, and where our mouth is going to be. So it's always really easy to remember with heads, is that the eyes are going to be about, they're either going to be at the center, so where the circle would be doing this number with that center line, or they're going to be right below it, so right where I drew it here. We can move on to the next step, which is going to be drawing the eye sockets. And the eye sockets are just start off with some circles, and you can practice this again and again and again so that you can get more practice. You can get better at drawing these, and you can find your own way of drawing these, whether they're more cartoony or whether they're more realistic or anything. And then the next step is going to be drawing a nose. So skull noses aren't just triangles, and they aren't just upside down hearts. They're kind of a bit of both. So you're going to start off with the top of it being a triangle, and then the bottom of it being that heart shape. And then you're going to draw a line down the middle of it like this. So it's going to look like that. And then we'll go into the mouth. And the mouth is going to be, you're going to take this line that we drew, and you're going to elongate it just a little bit, and you're going to make it so that the ends turn up. So it's going to look like a really goofy smile. And then next we're going to do the cheekbones. And the cheekbones are going to lead down to the ends of those smiles. And a trick for finding where to put the cheekbones, at least the bottom part of it, is by following that circle that you drew in the beginning. So you just follow the line of that circle, and you bring it down into the end of the smile that you made, the weird looking smile. And you do that on the other side as well. You've got some pretty good looking cheekbones. And then to make the top of the cheekbone, you're going to draw a J shape. And that's going to go around the eye socket as well. And you're going to do that on the other side. From there, we're going to go ahead and draw the jaw. So the jawline is going to follow this bottom line, but it's going to be just a step inward since it's the skull, and the skull doesn't have all the muscle and skin and all that on top of it to actually fill it out. So you're going to go just on the inside of that line, and you're going to bring it down, and it softens out and it turns into more of a circle than being more of a jagged shape, or it'll turn more into a square depending on what shape of chin you want to go for. I'm going to repeat that on the other side too. And now we've got a pretty good base going on for the skull. And now you draw a C shape underneath the cheekbone and in the jaw, because that's where the actual opening on a skull is. It's right behind the teeth and right next to the actual joint of the jaw. And I'm also going to go in and make the head shape a little more realistic. And I do that by kind of flattening out the circle on the top and bringing it more to the side. One of the last parts, we're going to draw the teeth. So teeth can go any way. I'm pretty sure all of you all have seen, Jack Skellington with his big smile, and it's just teeth like that. And then there's the wavy teeth on the top and on the bottom. And then there's the more realistic looking ones that are circles on the top normally and half circles or U-shapes on the bottom. Like you can go with any of those. It's whichever you feel most comfortable with or whichever you feel looks the best. And so I'm gonna go in with the wavy one first and see how I like that. And I like to keep the teeth at an even number on the top part of the skull because it makes it look symmetrical, like how your teeth are. And then on the bottom part, I'll go in, and between and on each of the teeth I drew on the top, I draw another one to match on the bottom. And then on the top, I'm going to go in and I'm going to round them all out into that normal tooth shape. There you go. You can go back in and kind of refine the shape of the eyes if you want. And there we go. It's a pretty good skull.